Previously on...
Yo, fuck that noise! We got no time, let's go!
And strangers aren't to be trusted these days.
There was much more to Asahi's words than she was actually saying. I could see it in the way she lowered her gaze, the sad frown that hung above her lips. But I didn't push Asahi for more details. Not after everything we had both been through yesterday. Yeah, so instead I frowned it in consideration. So, what do you think I should do? I mean, should I, do you think that I should,
Tell them the truth? About where you came from? If they ask about where you came from, yes. Don will be able to prove that you're telling the truth. And lying about your origins will not only make things worse.
Well, if you think so, I guess, yeah. But, to be honest, I'm not sure how well they take something like that. I mean, a boy from another world, you know? That's not the sort of thing most people would believe. You know what I'm saying, girl?
I believe it. Then again, some people think that I believe too easy.
I didn't know what to make of that. All I knew was that there was a great sadness in Asahi's words now. I found myself wanting to comfort her, but I didn't know how. So I did the only thing I could think of. So, I just answered the question, and then what?
I'll do what I can to assure Ileana that you are to be treated as a friend. And Dawn? She's a flirt and a tease, and she's almost never serious, but she is an honest friend and ally who puts her life on the line more than once in this war. She'll back you up as long as you're honest.
I wasn't totally reassured, but given that I was in an alien world, I knew that my only real option was to trust in Asahi and the others if I was going to have a chance. Especially with the underworlders, I mean, damn, and there's forces running around. Well, if you say so, though I'm not sure about Dawn. I mean, no offense, but, yeah.
I know, her sense of humor can be difficult, and she loves having people's hands on her a little too much. But as I said, she can be trusted when you need someone to trust.
Well, if you're sure, then... Still, why did she... When she was healing us, why...
I don't mind, girl. It was a great tongue skill. I mean, damn. But just I was curious, Yeah, just a little curiosity, I'll say, girl, yeah.
Put our hands on her.
Yeah.
It's how she works. She's able to shape and convey some through her lips, but the bulk of energy comes from her breasts.
What? Wait, seriously? From her breast? Oh, so that's what the inflation and deflation was going on, okay.
So, basically, her titties gives us healings.
No, what I'm saying, her titties heals us, basically. But damn!
Well, that is their purpose, to feed others our own energies.
Like titty energies? What? It took several seconds for me to process this statement. And after my brain just barely avoided crashing from the imagery inspired, I was forced to admit that she did have a fucking point there, huh?
Well, okay, but back where I came from, all I'd expect something like that to get me is being punched in the face,
I think most people would do that here in this world as well. Dawn's the only one I know who actively encourages that sort of thing.
A few seconds passed into an awkward silence as the two of us looked at each other, with Asahi's eyes slowly falling to the table in a solemn manner. What's up, girl?
Takeshi, last night, what you saw the underworlders do, they have done it to every village they've conquered. And with every victory, their forces get larger, while we get weaker.
The inside of my stomach twisting with the way Asahi spoke. I looked intently even as she met my own gaze.
They've already conquered virtually every village we know of. So, it's only a matter of time before they come here. And with the forces they already have, I don't see how we can hold them off. We never needed to fight before. Our weapons, they're for hunting alone and...
Yo girl, Asahi.
We're losing this war, Takeshi, and while we're not going to give up, I honestly don't know how much longer we can fight. I guess what I'm saying is that I hope that your father finds you and brings you back to your world soon, for your sake, if nothing else.
On one level, I couldn't help but be touched by Asahi's words, but at the same time, I couldn't help but feel like a total heel. Here she was, fighting for the future of her world, you know? While I had the possibility of a way out of this war. One that would leave everyone in her world in the lurch, fighting a war that I could see she felt was already lost.
If that happens, and you're able to escape to your world, please, remember me and this village the way we are now. Because if we do lose, and we fall into darkness, I want someone to remember us as we are now, as people with our own lives, not slaves to depravity and cruelty.
Asahi, girl, I can't believe that. Isn't there any way you can win? I mean, you said last night that it was possible to change the Darklings back, right?
That's right, but only someone like Dawn can do so. And even then, she can only cure a Darkling one at a time. So, there we are. And please, just promise that if you do manage to escape back to your world, that you will always remember me as I am. Not the thing I'll become of the Underworlders have their way.
As these words sounded, the knots in my stomach became that much tighter, prompting me to come to my feet and round the table to where Asahi was seated. As she sat there, looking solemnly at me, I knelt down to look her squarely in the eyes. As she looked back, I placed my hands on her shoulders, trying to convey as much comfort as I could. I promise I'll remember, but I'd rather try and stop that from happening in the first place, girl. I don't care how many they are of those fucking Underworlders or Darklings or whatever the fuck they are, yeah. There has to be a way we can stop them. Several seconds passed before Asahi replied with a sad smile on her own.
I want to believe that you're right, but if that's true, then I can't see what that way is.
Then let's spend some time, trying to come up with some way to beat them, Besides, like you said, I'm involved with this now. Like, really involved with this now, And if my dad doesn't show up to take me back home, then shit, my only option is to fight. And for us to win. Asahi just looked at me for a time. She just sat there, looking at me in complete silence, and it got to the point where I found myself wondering if I had somehow said the wrong thing. But before long, a tiny trickle of wetness appeared in her eyes before she reached forth and wrapped her arms around me, pulling me into a hug. Oh.
Thank you.
To be honest, I had no idea what Asahi was thanking me for. I hadn't really done much, if anything at all. But at that moment, I sensed that all she really wanted was some comfort. And so I just returned her embrace in as gentle a manner as I could, and let her hold on to me for a while. A short while later, I was helping Asahi clean up after our breakfast when a familiar presence made herself known. Hello! So, there you two are. Gosh, I kinda expected that you'd both be sharing a bath right now. After Asahi and I were done jumping out of our skids, returned twin looks of annoyance to Don, who was grinning shamelessly in return.
I don't mind. So Asahi, damn. I don't mind, if that shit happen, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
And you cleaned up. That was nice. Not that you had to, of course. I honestly wouldn't have minded doing the cleaning myself if you had more urgent needs to attend to.
Oh, the first thing I asked myself was, if the only thing Don ever thought about was hot nookie, I mean, damn!
The second thing I thought was that, as a bunny girl, if that wasn't somehow appropriate, I mean. But before I could get around to thinking about a third thing, Asahi groaned in annoyance.
Don, don't do that! How did things go with Ileana, by the way?
She's a bit concerned, yeah. She's not about to eject Takeshi from the village without good reasons, but she does want to make sure that he isn't about to stick a knife in any of our backs, you know? Fact is, she's right outside my front door.
What?
With Zan and a whole bunch of guards.
I couldn't help but cringe at this thought.
Yeah, something that Asahi noticed. But even as the archer placed a comforting hand upon my shoulder, Dawn waved aside my concerns.
Relax, you two. Gosh, she just wants to talk. That's all. Yeah, talk. And as soon as she's satisfied that you're not one of the bad guys, you'll be able to go wherever you want in the village without having to put up with, Zan, the fucking douche, and his crew nagging to you.
You got a point. Then we might as well do this and get over with it then, yeah.
Good idea. So let's just do it.
Without another word, Dawn turned on her heel and started forward, with Asahi and I following a polite distance behind. All the while I tried to ignore the fact that the bunny girl's buttocks
were basically screaming at me to stare at them the entire fucking time. I wish I could see it, cause all I only see is fucking fish and the food right there, damn. But anyway. Oh, whoa. As soon as, God, come on, I can do this. As soon as we reach the front door, Dawn opened it up to reveal a woman standing a short distance away, as well as Zan, the douche, and several guards. As I took in her figure, I found myself a bit surprised. For a while she had every bit of the hourglass figure that Asahi had. If not Dawn, she showed no cleavage, no leg. Yeah, you actually looks nice. Yeah. Nice outfit, by the way, yeah. Anyway. Her clothing, though, definitely different from that of Earth. Really? Yeah, I think we have that kind of clothing. Anyway, was reserved and businesslike. Yeah. And for a moment, I found myself worrying that perhaps I was getting a little too used to being surrounded by a scantily clad lovelies. Damn. Oh.
Hello, I'm Ileana, the head of Kaihai Village.
As Ileana spoke, I found myself a bit reassured. Her voice was definitely cautious, but overall seemed kind and fair, yeah. Not the kind of person who would bounce me out of my butt without giving me a fair chance, yeah?
Hello, girl. Madame, yeah, nice to meet you.
I'm Takeshi.
I know. I've been told. Takeshi, before we begin, I want you to understand that I am deeply grateful to you for bringing Asahi back home to us. For whatever else she has been, she has always been a kind and brave person, and one of our most devoted soldiers in this war. And to lose her in addition to everyone else we've lost.
There was something Ileana wasn't saying. That much I could tell. Even more I could tell by the way Asahi's expression fell that there was more than I wasn't being told, yeah? But before I could say anything, Ileana continued.
All that being said, these are troubled times for us all. And blind trust, especially of strangers, is something we cannot afford. And so, I would like to learn more about you, including where you come from, and how you came to be in our lands, a person whose grabs is completely unlike anything previously seen in any of the villages we know of.
Well, I'll tell you what I can, yeah, though I'm not sure you'll believe what I have to say, so, yeah.
All I ask is that you'll tell the truth, nothing more. if you don't mind, I would like to get started with...
What? What? Ileana stumbled forward, having tripped on something. What the fuck did you trip? Acting on pure instinct, I moved to catch her, but in the midst of her whirling her limbs about in an effort to regain her balance... Okay, she crashed into me just first. Oh god, damn! Can I breathe? I'll be back. With my face caught between a set of ankle breasts for what felt like the 100th time since my fucking arrival. Damn! Shit! I accidentally pressed space. Fuck! My bad. And damn, girl. Damn! Ileana, are you alright? Damn that pose! Shut up there! That's not fucked up! Damn that pose! What the fuck did you trip on, girl? Damn! And sorry guys about the text, goddamn. Anyway, moving on. Although I couldn't see what was happening, because of all the breasts and shit, yeah, I could definitely hear Zan and a few others moving about. A moment or so later, Ileana was pulled up off of me and assisted back on her feet, as I was lying there, wondering why no one was fucking bothering to help me up. Fuck, Asahi and Don unknowingly answered my question by coming to my aid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Takeshi. I tend to be a bit clumsy when I'm anxious.
No, it was an accident, I understand. Fuck. What the fuck did you trip on, girl? Damn.
Oh, you poor thing. You've really been having it rough lately, haven't you, with all those titties? Don't worry, I'll have you feeling all better with my skills.
The naughty tone in Don's voice was all the warning I had before I heard her top popping open. Oh shit! Looking about, I saw the bunny girl grabbing my hands and planting them squarely upon her breast. No, girl, no. You don't, girl. I don't really mind in my heart, but I'm just saying it because, people don't see me as a perv, you know what I'm saying? But still. Anyway, that was all I had a chance to get out before Dawn grabbed me by the back of my head and pulled my lips onto her own. And once again, my head felt as fluffy as cotton candy and as delirious warmth flowed through me, being pumped in through my heads. But even as I was losing myself in the experience, Dawn was yanked off me. Whoa! And as I staggered backward, I realized that Zan had been the one who had done the Brother! Bruh! With all due respect, Dawn, we have much work to do. We don't have time for you to indulge yourself. Motherfucking damn! What the fuck, bruh? Bruh! This is the reason why I've been calling you a fucking douche, bruh. What the fuck? Stop cock blocking, man. Damn. Fuck. Or an untested stranger to our village. For that matter, fuck you, bruh.
He's right, Don. You'll be able to tend to him later. For now, we need to take care of more immediate businesses. My apologies, Takeshi. However...
No, girl, no. I understand that Zan is a fucking douche. Yeah, I understand. I just want to get this over with, Yeah.
As do I. Don, could you take us someplace where I can properly question Takeshi?
Sure.
Even as she finished buttoning her top, Dawn guided us back to the dining area. There I sat down at one side of the table with Ileana sitting opposite. Dawn stood nearby and from a greater distance, Asahi, Zan, and the guards looked on.
Takeshi, I'm going to ask you a series of questions to which I expect you to answer either yes or no. Do you understand?
It was like a scene out of the dozen movies, a lie detector test. And as I understood it, Dawn was the lie detector. Shit! Sure, yeah!
First, I'm going to ask you two simple questions. The first, I want you to answer truthfully. The second, I want you to lie. Are you a male?
Yeah. I still have my dick. Yeah. The instant I said this, Dawn Rabbit's ear went straight up, almost as rigid as a flagpole. Taking note of this, Ileana nodded before again looking at me.
Are you wearing clothes? And remember, you are to lie.
Yes.
I mean, no! Oh, shit!